What's up, guys? Your boy Steve here. All right, now today is technically it's filmed Saturday, but I was having some issues with my computer slash the program that I record this on, so um, couldn't really get to it. Couldn't figure it out. I think it's working now. I tried it a couple of times now, but today we're going over Demar Derozan, and he's been unreal. Especially the last 8 games, averaging over 35 points a game, shooting over 60% of the field. There was only a couple other players that did that. The last person that did it was Shaquille O'Neal, I think back in 2000. And even before that was, I believe, Michael Jordan. And they showed a list on ESPN. Almost everybody on that list, Michael Jordan did it twice. The only other person that didn't win MVP their year was Michael Jordan, and that was like in '87. So what he's doing right now to have this 8 game stretch is unreal, right? But we call him mid range Demar because that's where he kills it. So we're gonna watch a lot of clips of him attacking and being aggressive in the mid range, a couple at the rim, but a lot of things to learn from him. So here's the first look. He gets downhill, he pushes, push, load through, drive across the paint, extension finish, high tuck to the side, away from the defender, off the glass, and in. Now, the reason why I'm showing this is because a lot of my players that I work with, I do something like this where we kind of do a move or two close in the mid range, get downhill, and work on our touch. All right. The key things that we work on is the extension like that to get it high off the glass around the defender. But the other thing that we work on when we do it is the footwork. So we push and load through. We don't necessarily do this move. We've done this move, but the idea is this is how it translates and shows up in the game. All right. So that's why every drill that you do, you should be going all out in terms of just effort and understanding, all right, this is what we're doing. Why are we doing this? Because you set the defender up, you want to get right by them. Best way to get by them is when you go step through, kind of shift them to the side and get an angle to create an opportunity for you to score. All right. So next play, we have him. What I really like about this is his pace coming off in the mid range and what he picks up for his shot. Now, DeAndre Hunter, is it DeAndre Hunter? I believe so. Has a hard assignment. DeMar DeRozan in the mid range, you have to respect everything he does. So he stays down on the initial shot because he's long. He doesn't need to really jump, but DeMar DeRozan's fake is so good. Got him in the air and biting. The other thing we want to look at here is how he comes off the screen. Now, as a player, we don't really necessarily have to come off the screen fast every single time. So when you do drills, we say game speed. You hear a lot of trainers say game speed, game speed. Yes, you want to come off with some intensity in terms of just how fast you go sometimes. But here's an example of how he comes off fast and slows down. Literally comes to a walk to survey the court. You see that? Just that part right there. Let's rewind it back. Skip, relax, and then gets into his action. That change of pace is what I feel like gave him that opportunity to score. All right, get him off the ball screen. He misses this, I believe. Gets his rebound high off the glass. All right, there's two things here. Once again, ball screen action. Takes his time, sets it up. He skips going off. Now, the skip gives him time to kind of survey what's going on. What I mean by what's going on is his reads. All right, so we're going to draw a little bit. So he can see here, he can see here, he can kind of see where the big is, right? And then make a read. So the read here is shot. Now, the way he gets into a shot is a speed stop, but he goes outside, inside. And I don't necessarily work on it a lot, and I should. This is an example why. But I usually, when you go left, I go right, left. But in a certain situation like this, it really doesn't matter. Like I said, there's no wrong in training. You don't know what situation you'll be in. So it's just being able to identify what you do the most and kind of stick with it, or what do you do naturally? So he does left, right, a little short, held it a little too long, right? So that was part one. The skip outside, inside into the shot off the ball screen. Mind you, I talk about this in all the videos. DeAndre Hunter went under the screen, so that's a shot read. Right. The second part to this is when he gets the rebound. Right. The fastest way to get your floater off is open palm. Right. I think open palm is quickest when you follow through. It's more of a runner. You have more control. All right. So he gets it off quick because Clint Capella's shot blocker right there is right there. So he thinks he has to get it off quick, which he does. He gets it high off the glass for a nice little kiss. You see that? Open palm. Watch it again. Open palm. So there's a lot of things to learn from him. Transition, bumps, finishes, not normal play. But what I like about this is when he drives, Trae Young is kind of playing too. You got Zach LaVine streaking on the side. You can shoot it. Osu, I don't know how to say his name. He's also a pretty decent shooter. So you got two shooters on this side. But Trae is more focused on the ball because Kevin Huerter is not in a great position. So Demar sees Trae and he decides to punch it and keep it tight. Now, when you notice he keeps it tight, that elbow is tucked in. So Trae's not going to try to put his face or really try to reach as hard as aggressively as he can because of that fear that he probably get hit in the face. It's not worth one play. All right, so watch it one more time. Punch it, boom, high pickup, finish. Yeah, Kevin Huerter's not jumping with him either. Another ball screen. Same thing. Skips, left, right, going to the middle. So this is not bad. Once again, he stunts. This guy stunts. It's caught on the screen. Big is in a 2-3. Just realized that. In a 2-3. So he sets the screen wide open because he can't really. He realizes he's guarding nobody, so he's got to try to contest. But he makes this one, the left, right, inside, outside, inside, pull up. His mid-range is, basically a layup, Once again, that patience, it's hard. That's hard to teach that. Sets it up, he gets here, right, left, pump fake. On the second pump fake, DeAndre Hunter steps through, hops, and he steps through and finishes. Now, it's important to understand, this is a skill acquired over years. But if your strength is in the mid-range, you got to be able to use that to your advantage. And DeAndre Hunter plays great defense. He just lifts at one time, and that's all it takes at that highest level. It takes one mistake for a great offensive player to make you pay, and that's what happened there. So watch it one more time. Nice setup with the in and out cross. Stop, pump fake, finish. Ball screen. He snakes it here. Right, left, drifts. If you notice in his mid-range, he kind of drifts back every time. I don't mind that because every really good player should be able to do that. If you practice it and if you knock your shot down at a high clip, I believe you should be able to do it. But watch how he comes off, drop coverage, so much space. There's a lot of reads he could have done here. He's waiting for him to roll, right? You see he's looking at this big. Now, he doesn't see this guy wide open, which is completely fine. But this guy is butt naked because he's here. All right? These are things you got to look for when you practice. That's why we say survey. When I come off the screen, look, peek over your shoulder to see where this guy's going, where your big is rolling, where all this action's happening, just everywhere. you know, so he snakes it, he waits, gets him on his back, snakes 1-2. Then the help side defender even contested. Not even the primary. The help side did. Through, push, through, cross, through, load, spin, shimmy, fake shimmy, watch this shimmy, rock, fade back. That's Kobe, that's Jordan. The best mid-range guys since Kobe and Jordan. Like, hands down. Hands down. He lands his feet at the same time. So he could have turned either way. He could have did another shimmy, went back this way, but he felt DeAndre jumped that way. DeAndre's getting cooked right now, but he's playing actually really good defense. Demar's just making crazy, moves, and they're very simple. Here's mid range again, and he does a spin. I don't know if you guys notice he's spinning a lot in a lot of these clips. Right. I'm not saying don't spin, but like it takes a lot of practice to get that read to be able to spin. So here's another clip. Spin, pull up, and he drifts back as well. Mid range again. Oh, he comes here, snakes the screen, skip the hop for a pull up. All right. One more time, comes off, snakes it, skip the hop, because I would have shot it probably a little bit higher, but because of the nature of the snake, it brought him to that point. Knew the big wasn't going to pull out his shot, so he pulled it. Confidence. That's what happens. Up in mid-range action, haven't heard it's over a lot. He drives, he sees the reach, he punches, hops back, shot. Could have been a foul. So reads, reactions, seeing what's going on. This last one is ridiculously tough. Spins away from the double team, fades back, didn't let him land. It's illegal as a defender. If you can contest, you got to go straight up, straight down. If you land in their vicinity where they have the ability to land, it's a foul. Always should be. Refs have to protect the what's the word? I can't even think of the word. But anyway, he's very vulnerable. The vulnerability of the player is high, so that's why it's important to let the player land to get rid of to reduce the thing of injury. So comes down. Kevin Huerter jumps in. I don't know why he does, because you have Zach LaVine who can knock down shots over there. Pops, and then he fades back. And one. So, very important that you guys see these things, study this film. For those who actually study it, you get a lot out of it in terms of just like things you can add to your game reads, just little things that I may touch on. Like I need to put out some courses on how to watch film and what to look for. So hopefully people who see this, I'm thanking you for watching this. These are long videos, but at the same time, this is what you need to do to become really good. All right, so I'll see you guys. Keep studying. It's off season basically, so keep hooping and keep getting better. All right, peace.